she said, come see me tomorrow, and he said maybe. Alright. So she wants advice. My advice, forget about it, okay? He told you he's not interested, even though he's giving you mixed signals, and he's flirting, and he's not, like, turning you down completely. What is the point here? It's like you are begging this man to be with you, and I don't think that that could possibly turn out well. I say, absolutely not. Go find someone else. This guy is not worthy of your time. Now let's see what some of the comments were. He likes the attention, it makes him feel good, but he's told you that he doesn't want to date you. You're holding on to hope that's not there. For now, focus on yourself and your future. Move on from him, because I have a feeling if you continue to talk to him, you'll end up hurt. Perfect advice. Just respect his wishes. It's messed up that you're trying to pressure him into something he doesn't want. I mean, okay, but he's, I don't think that she's, like, doing something bad to him. He's playing along with her. He has not shut her out completely, so I don't think he's, like, a victim in this. It's like, it's not as if he said to her, leave me alone, I don't want to talk to you anymore, we're not going to be a thing. Like, he's not saying that. He is, like, giving her mixed signals. Why chase someone who won't be straight at all with you? Maybe he's just flirting, and maybe he's insecure and unsure. Okay, let's move on to the next one. That one was, like, super obvious. Okay. Advice needed. I'm about to sound like a terrible person, but most of my dating history has prioritized looks and physical attraction above anything else. I've always found it very hard to look past this. I have a very specific type. Tall bodybuilders with tattoos, but honestly, most of these guys are major red flags, and it's never ended well. I've recently met a guy who has a lovely face and is tall. He's really lovely. We have a lot in common. I feel comfortable around him, and he treats me well. The issue is, and hear me out, he's much more out of shape than I usually go for. He's on the heavier side, which wasn't obvious in clothes, but I'm really not attracted to his naked body. I feel absolutely awful and actually could see a lovely relationship with this guy. Have any of you experienced attraction growing over time? Or, and this is going to sound even worse, continued with the relationship, encouraging them to make healthier food or fitness choices? Okay. That is a tough one. Now, this person is not looking for us to say to them, oh, you're shallow, blah, blah, blah. Like, they know how that's going to sound, so we don't even have to go there. This is what they are attracted to, okay? They are attracted to fit men, okay? And this guy is not. But everything else about him is great. Now, the one thing I can say for sure is do not expect him to change. Don't. 100%. He probably won't. If she thinks he's going to lose weight or get, more muscular, it's probably not going to happen. And it's not fair for her to come in and immediately ask him to do that. So that's off the table. This is how he is. Accept him like this or move on. But she wants to know, could she possibly grow attracted to him? I mean, I think she could. I really do. I think she has to kind of put herself in a different mind frame. It could be hard to do. Maybe she's gonna need some therapy for this. But I do grow to get that chemistry, to get that attraction? None of us really know the answer, you know? That's the thing. We really don't know. She might, but she might not. That's a shame. Alright. Next. Is it too soon, or has she demonstrated enough interest? I don't want to be unattractive by simping. Oh boy. I got divorced recently, and during the waiting period, a longtime friend started flirting. We hung out a few times before my divorce was settled, but nothing serious because the divorce wasn't settled. She then had a guy come along and rush her into a relationship. Only a couple weeks into that relationship, she texted me in the middle of the night saying she was thinking about me. Well, I didn't want to simp. What's with this guy and simping? I'm also respecting the relationship she's in, even if she's feeling conflicted about it. I just texted back a thumbs up the next day, that's it. So she said to him in the middle of the night that she was thinking about him, and he went like this. If I were her, I'd be like, oh, I am so embarrassed. Fast forward, my divorce settled a bit ago, and she keeps finding excuses to reach out, like she wants to know if I know someone who offers a certain service. Meaning, like, she'll reach out and be like, do you know the name of an exterminator? Do you know the name of a window repair? You know, stuff like that, just to find a way to talk to him. Then she's asking how I'm doing, etc. I respond but give short responses, so I'm not pushing her away, but also not chasing. She also likes all of my Facebook activities multiple times a day, and he's worried about simping. She's simping. I don't really know what simping means. Saw her today because we are both now working on a common project, and she told me that her boyfriend is a good guy, but immediately she knew it was a mistake and didn't have deeper feelings like she thought she did, but decided to keep it going for a couple months to give it a chance, but she knows she needs to end things. She said she's debating whether to break his heart right before the holidays or if she should hold out till later. I just commented that she should do what she feels is right, whatever that looks like is up to her. That's all I said. I didn't hint at anything between the two of us. Question: is it safe to tell her I'd love to take her out when she does end things with the other guy, or is that coming on too strong? Were she to choose this guy over me instead of waiting just a little bit for my divorce to settle before we could date? With that and the ball in her court, should I have her chase me a little more before even hinting at interest, or after the several times she has dipped her toe and now revealing to me she has plans on breaking up? Is it okay to reveal my feelings now as she signaled enough interest with that? This guy is the most clueless man I've ever heard of in my life. Are you kidding? I bet everyone out there is thinking the same thing. This girl is so into him. What does he not understand? What part of it does he not get? I don't even know what else to say. Yes, go ahead. Tell her you're interested. Okay. She's interested. Let's see. Let's read some of these comments. Tell her she's obviously waiting for you to make the next move. Perhaps she went so the guy to see what your reaction was, but knew your situation. Tell her, end it, and sweep her off her feet. She clearly wants you. Ask her for coffee and show her you want to be with her. Enjoy the holidays with her. She's telling you straight. P.S. Does your ex know her? Is there that dynamic? Doesn't sound like it. Okay. But here's something someone else said that's interesting. They quoted back from what he wrote, saying, quote, only couple weeks into that relationship, she texted me in the middle of the night saying she was thinking about me, end quote. So then the person is saying, stay away from her. She is a mixed up mess, and you're gonna get yourself hurt, if not now, later. Okay. That's a good point. Alright, let's try another one. you tell them, one way or another. There's no reason for this. It's not like you went on one date and then you ghost the person. I mean, that's not nice either, but this is a 4-year relationship. Like, just tell her what is going on. I mean, she doesn't know. Maybe he fell off a cliff, you know, like, she doesn't really, although no, she said her messages are being seen. So he must be alive. Luckily for him. But, yeah, I'd say he's playing games. He is not for you. This is not going to be a good relationship. And, you know, cut your losses. You've been with him for 4 years. It's time to move on. Even if he reappears in a few weeks and is like, oh, you know what, I thought about it for a while. And yeah, okay, let's get back together. I'd say this is a very, very bad sign. Very bad. I don't even know why she's even wondering. And is he already seeing someone? I don't even think that's entirely the question. Maybe he is. Maybe that's why he's not talking to her. But even if that were the case, just answer her texts, answer her calls. It's just a human decency not to leave someone hanging. Alright, let's see what people say. If it's been 2 months, he's likely moved on, or at least he doesn't want to get back together with you. Yeah. Just focus on yourself, your happiness, and creating a life you love. Work on your communication, seek therapy, counseling, and self-development. Someone said, move on, girl. It's been 60 days since he did. Yep, move on, girl, move on. I'm sorry you're going through this. 2 months of silence is already a clear sign. Yep, it's tough, but it might be time to accept that he's not interested anymore. Whether he's seeing someone or not, the lack of closure is unfair. Focus on healing yourself. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now this person starts out with a little script of things that she said and he said. Okay, so there's just 4 things here. I'll read that and then she tells the story. Me, quote, would you like to come kiss me? End quote. He says, no, I'm watching TV. She says, oh, okay. He says, don't be a moody. I don't know if she wanted to add like a bad word there, but it just says a moody and like mad face. Okay, partner and I are 10 years in. Sex maybe once a year. He loves me and cares for me and helps me in many ways, but we have no intimacy. Every time I ask for sex or anything more than a simple kiss, he has an excuse. He tells me it's because I didn't shower. Oh boy. Or he's too tired, or I annoyed him today. He's not in the mood. Or says yes, but then falls asleep before starting or during foreplay. He falls asleep while he's... Okay. If I fix these issues, fresh from the shower, early bedtime, being extra careful and nice so he doesn't think I'm annoying, etc., then still another reason will crop up. I have distracted myself with work and ignored the issue for many years. I can't anymore. Am I missing something? Yes, you are. He is not that into you. Isn't that what they say? He ain't that into you. Okay, but they have been together for 10 years. Did she say how long this has been happening? She really didn't. But obviously it's been a few years like this. Because she said they have sex once a year. So obviously that's an ongoing thing, once each year. And she said that he cares for me and helps me in many ways, but no intimacy. So the 2 of you have become roommates, that's all. Can you get out of this? Can this be fixed? Maybe it can, maybe it can't. I say go for therapy together. sour, then there might be something going on there with her, okay? Not trying to judge, I'm just saying maybe she has some personal issues that she needs to get some help with, you know? But regardless, I think it would be good for them to go and talk it out together, and hopefully, you know, he could be honest about what he is feeling. Or in fact, even before that, if I were her, I'd want to sit down and really, truly talk it out if she hasn't done that yet. See if he wants to, you know, explain himself why he feels this way. Is he just making excuses? Or has he just completely decided that he is not attracted to her? Like, what's the deal? Okay, let's see what the comments are. Okay, the writer, she wrote in. I guess people must have asked her, so she added something here. Maybe that'll help us. We have spoken about it. Okay, there you go. Many, many times. I asked him yesterday about his testosterone. He said he had it checked recently and the results were normal. Okay, so there's that. He doesn't watch PORN. And I'm not aware of him doing the M word. He is neurodiverse and struggles with demands, but I have backed off before and nothing changes. Like over a whole year or more coming up to my 30s, it's just more and more challenging to accept such a big thing missing, and my self-esteem is rock bottom. Alright, so she told us some more things here. He's neurodiverse and struggles with demands. So I don't really know exactly what she means by that. Could that explain it? You know, I still think the best thing for them to do under these circumstances is to go and get some therapy together. Okay. What are some more comments? Someone said that's very strange. Could be a number of reasons. He could be depressed or something. So maybe try talking to him about why he keeps making excuses up. Ask him to work with you to fix the issues. Also, to get him moving, tell him that it's beginning to put a strain on the relationship and something needs to be done. If he still doesn't improve, then put yourself first and maybe start thinking about whether you want to spend the rest of your life with this person. Okay. Alright. Let's try another one. Okay. So my husband and I have been married for 10 years. About 3 years ago, he stopped working, so I got a job. So all he does now is play his games. He doesn't clean or anything. I'm glad my sister is staying with me. If it was not for her, my kids wouldn't get fed like they're supposed to be. I have tried telling him to get a job. He won't listen to me. I pay everything. He even gets mad at me when I'm sleepy because we don't have sex. Can anyone help me with this? Yeah. This guy is lazy. I mean, that's all I could say. I don't know, I don't know his situation. Maybe he's dealing with something, but on the surface of it, from what she is saying, he is just being lazy and just selfish. She's going to work every day trying to pay the bills, and clearly she's not making enough. She needs her sister there to help with the bills, otherwise there wouldn't be enough money for food for her kids. Now, I assume the kids are his too, but I don't know. Probably. And, so all he does is sit around and play video games. He doesn't work, and then he has the nerve to be mad at her because she's too tired to have sex. See, I would never sit in the comments here and tell anyone to get a divorce. I might think it, but I'm not going to be responsible for somebody making a decision like that, you know? They have to come to that on their own. Someone said,